America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
What up, party people? It's your boy Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. We're here. Media Room 360 is in the building, putting it down as they do always, broadcasting us all over the place. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Did I say Twitter? It's also Apple TV. You can pick us up on the Fire Stick, which ain't nobody paying for no more. Also, you can check us out on your Roku platform. We everywhere. Where the hell you at? That's the better question. Let us know. Holla at the show. My name is Rodney Perry. You can hit me up, Rodney Perry Live. Rodney, I don't know, what did I say? What's the email? Shit. Welcome to the show, Miss Shani Scott on air. I need some help. Shit, I don't know.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well, I said I wanted something to email or something. I can't remember what I said I was going to make it. Shit.
The email is...
It's Rodney at Rodney Perry Live. No, it's Rodney at RodneyPerry.com. No?
No. It's
Rodney Perry Live at Gmail. I did that.
Rodney Perry Live at Gmail.com.
My brain is just starting to work this morning. Great weekend at the Uptown Comedy Corner. Brand new Uptown Comedy Corner this weekend. Crazy weekend, all weekend, man. Funny shows. Shouts out to Nard hosting, a crowd favorite here in Atlanta. And he had a roast last night. We roasted him, told him how glad we were to know him. And great show last night, man. The club is brand new. The food is great. The staff is great. And the gentlemen that run it, man, just an awesome group of guys that run that club, man. Businessmen here in Atlanta. Shouts out to the Uptown Comedy Corner. Next time I'll be performing in Atlanta, it'll be for my birthday, September 15th.
That's a lot. I was going to say, wait a minute. Your birthday a long way away.
Is that a long way?
It's June.
But it'll be on us before we know it. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't start, you got to start priming people.
Okay.
Because people are always like, when you going to be in Atlanta? You know, I'm going to be there. September
15th.
Around there, in and around that date. But as we get closer, I'll give you the specifics of it. Trina's in the building. What's up, Trina?
That's his birthday too, y'all.
Bitch.
Remember that.
Trina said she the baddest bitch.
Trina, what's up?
Trina is in the building. Shani, what's happening in your world, man? How are you? How was your weekend?
My weekend was full. It was packed. So we funeralized Cray, our videographer that was here.
Right. You told me about the young man.
MVP podcast. So we had his funeral Saturday morning, and then Saturday evening, me and Slow attended a wedding. So we had a wedding and a funeral, and then he went to work. So we had a full day.
I caught him on Instagram. He's like, man, I got work tonight. You know, I guess he had a spot and then he had to do like a couple of things. I'm like, man, slow your roll. Don't slow your roll.
Yeah, he don't slow his roll. His roll is a little bit slower than mine. And yesterday we had a graduation party. So
for your daughter?
No. A young lady graduated, and they wanted him to DJ the party. So
got it.
The party, yeah. No, our daughters are not.
Jacqueline,
Yeah, they not graduating for a while.
welcome to the show. She says, "Good morning, Rodney and Shawnee."
Hey, Jacqueline.
Shawnee Scott on air in the building as usual. Crazy weekend, man. So I'm on blood pressure medication, Shawnee.
Okay.
I take a pill called lisinopril.
Mm-hmm.
I take another pill called amlodipine. Amlodipine, like, it's crazy because I didn't understand this till recently. I've been taking these two pills for probably a year. And amlodipine causes my body to ache, right? And it affects my joints. So, like, if anybody ever see me in public and you see me kind of maybe moving slower than normal, it's because of this shit.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Well,
And, I'm always in the process of managing my blood pressure, man. I mean, guys out there, girls out there, if you're dealing with high blood pressure, hypertension, the word is always to take your medication, but, man, you got to have a conversation with your doc because you got the medication, but it may be having adverse effects on you. Mm-hmm. And so I go to the doctor maybe 10 weeks ago. And the doc says, "Hey, you been having any problem with the gout?" And I'm like, "Actually, I haven't. But my blood pressure was through the roof because I stopped taking the amlodipine."
Oh,
right?
Okay.
And so he's like, "Yeah, I think the amlodipine caused that." I'm like, "You dog.
Yeah.
How do you not tell me that?
Well,
Like, I need something else."
Well, Big Pharma got to get paid.
Big Pharma, it's so frustrating, man. And so my daughter, my 12-year-old, she's like, "I'm worried about daddy. Daddy was kind of limping." But I was taking the amlodipine because, I want to make sure I manage my blood pressure properly. But at the same time, I gotta get something to replace that in my medication regimen. So if any doctors out there, we would love to hear a suggestion. If you well versed with, I guess that ain't the best way to find out, huh?
I mean, have you ever thought about like doing some holistic treatments?
Oh no! How about this? The best way is to fucking lose some weight, fat boy.
Well, that too, but they got.
If I lose 30 pounds, get my neck back, I can probably eliminate all my medication. So that's my goal.
Let's do that together then. You lose 30 pounds, I'm gonna lose 30 pounds.
You're gonna lose 30 pounds, Shiny Scott. First of all, you don't need to lose no damn 30 pounds. Yes, you're gonna be a crackhead, you lose 30 pounds.
No, actually, see, y'all meeting me as fluffy, Sean. You ain't me. You ain't really me.
No, I like when I see the ad we run with you, I see a slimmer you in that ad.
Yeah, so I need to lose 30 pounds. I need to lose.
But you look great. Like some people, let me tell you something. Fat people look healthier than skinny people. In my book, you disagree?
Well, that's because you're used to seeing them that way. Like if you knew me before, you would be looking at me like, "Oh, we know what you've been doing. You've been eating." So, because you're used to seeing me this way.
Okay. If you don't mind, how much you weigh right now?
Right now I am at 172 pounds.
That sounds like a lot, but that ain't shit.
And nobody believes it. They like, "You don't look 170. I'm like,
no. Black men like 170, 175, 180. That's a prime time weight. A black woman in America? Come on. That's what I'm. If you anything less, you say 170. You go down to 140. Guess what's not gonna lose no weight? Your head. You know how hard it is to lose head weight?
Well, my face will get a little skinny because it's a little fat now.
Really? You don't? Oh, man,
my face is fat.
That's interesting to me because like, I guess I've only known you at this size.
Yeah, if I show you some pictures, you'll be like, "That's you?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's me. That's me."
No, but you're a good looking woman. You get your dark skin on. You go with the highlights. 30 pounds less.
30 pounds. That's what I said. 30 pounds. I mean, nobody's complaining. Like Slow ain't complaining. He's like, I like you the way you are. But it's just what I want to do. I told him, I said, it's what I want to do. And I don't want to go.
I get what you're saying though, because at 30 pounds less for me, I'm a specimen. You hear me? You talk about, nigga, in my mind, first of all, in my mind, I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine. I know Jay's Shawty's guy. I think I'm fine until I catch myself at a fucked up angle. You ever see yourself in a picture or something? You're like, who is that? Mm-hmm. Or like now, I put my hand in the screen and see my little fat fingers.
Yeah, that's how I feel. My fingers are fat, and yeah. See, Ashley seen the bikini pics. They've seen
bikini.
Mm-hmm.
Shiny Scott, ain't no bikini pics nowhere. Ain't no way.
Yes, there are. Yeah. So 30 pounds, we gonna do it. We're gonna start when? Today?
Shit, I'm gonna just start today. We start today.
Oh, Jason says I used CBD and went from 315 to 225 with diet, walking, and detoxing. Hell, CBD is even great for high blood pressure.
Hold on, Jason. You over there getting high. And you trying to take old Rodney Perry out. I use CBD. What that mean? Because every time somebody talk to me about some damn CBD, like I bought something from a dude, he's like, oh, this eliminates your pain and this and that. What I supposed to do, rub it on my knee or what the fuck? I don't know.
It depends on how you get it. Because I have had some that I would, rub for pain on my legs or something. And it worked, but you just got to get the right one because some of it is so strong, it would give me a headache. So you got to.
All right, everybody stop right there. I got a borrow money alert.
Uh-oh.
I just got a text message. Good morning. Now this person is on the West Coast, so it's 5:30 in the morning. Hope all is well with your family. May I borrow $80 till the 17th?
What?
$80.
$80.
I'm gonna say yes.
They must really need it. It's $80.
It's 5:30 in the morning. They up, they stressing, but I'm not gonna loan it to them. I'm not gonna loan it.
You just gonna give it to them.
But I ain't gonna tell them I'm giving it to them.
That sounds like a tank of gas because I think gas out there is like $7 a gallon now.
Oh man, in LA, yeah, absolutely. Okay. I like this guy. He's my boy. He need $80. Borrow $80. But you know what? You know what Shawty's got on there? I will lose a friend over $80. I will lose a friend over $80 because at the very least, you got to mention that shit. At the very least, you got to bring it up at some point. Adrian say, what's your number since you giving out money?
What's your number? Let me text you too. Yeah, $80. He probably needs some gas. Because that's $7. It was like $7.58.
What's your threshold, Shawty? What's your threshold for loaning?
Oh,
because you a generous person.
Yeah, I don't loan money either. I'm gonna just give it to you because most of the time people don't pay you back. So I'll just give it to you. And the most that I've ever given to somebody, the most I ever gave somebody was it's like $2,500 they needed to get something taken care of.
You gave $2,500 to another human being on planet Earth?
Yeah.
You nice. You are nice. Now, were you balling? Like, was you like at a casino and you just happen to have 20,000 in your hand and you're like,
At the time, finances were great. Like there wasn't nothing.
Cornelius George, what's up, buddy? Cornelius George was incredible this weekend. That boy came out there and smashed the stage all weekend. And you know how I like being with Cornelius? If you're not going to lose no weight, hang out with bigger people.
Cornelius, you want to get on this 30-pound thing that we're going to do together?
I'm going to send him the link. Cornelius George, do you want to get on a 30-pound weight loss with me and Shiny Scott?
30 pounds. 30 pounds by when? Your birthday?
Oh, goodness gracious. Yes.
So we not killing ourselves.
But you saying it like my birthday is far away. It's really right here.
It's September 15th. So we got June, July.
We got all of June.
September. Yeah.
Well, no, this June 6th. We got June, all of July, and all of August. That's very doable.
Yeah, 30 pounds. We do 10 pounds a month. So that way we can still eat like we want to eat.
You can't eat like you want to eat and lose 10 pounds a month.
Yeah.
You think so?
Right.
If I lose 10 pounds this month, I might come on the show with no shirt on.
Oh.
Let me tell you.
We got to make it happen.
Now, I will say this. I went to the after the show last night. I stopped by the cigar bar. Me and my buddy, they was playing all the shit I like, Shiny Scott. They played Keith Sweat.
Hey.
They played BBD. They played like my era. They was all in my era. And I realized I like to dance.
You do?
I like to dance, man. And I hadn't danced like in years, because, the little kids dance, they be doing dumbass dances. But
we like to see you dance. That's the thing. We like to see you dance.
We do. I used to be that guy. Shiny Scott, Rodney Perry, sweating with a silk shirt, rayon. It's crazy. Shouts out to the Virgos. Today's show is going to be incredible. In our second hour, don't leave. We got my man Dexter Kendrick. Huh?
Michelle is going to join us, the 30 pounds. So I'm going to put something together so tomorrow we can all sign up and keep up with our progress. And
let's go here because Michelle, we sick of your little cute picture too.
Michelle, keep it up, girl. Keep it up.
Matter of fact, Michelle, text me right now. Text me right now.
Slay, Michelle.
Jeanette say, I can't have no damn bread. How I'm going to keep this figure? I tell people, it take a long time to get this physique. You know what I'm sick of? 2X.
Why 2X?
Because that's what I got to get my little T-shirt to 2X.
So what size you want to get?
I want to go back down to extra large. Extra large, grown man size. And your shirts fit nice. Your belly ain't all in the way. And how about this? I used to be able to buy my suits. Shiny Scott on there. I could go to the store and really pick up anything and wear it. Now I gotta, like as a husky black dude. At some point, suits they lose shape. At certain sizes, they lose shape. So, like, say for instance, the minute you hit a 50 regular, that's just a square. That's 50 inches across. 50. It don't have no like.
They don't tailor it to you.
You know what you lose? They can cut it, but your body is a square. You SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh man.
Am I yelling? I feel like I'm yelling this morning. I don't know. I must be excited.
You excited? You're excited.
I'm excited. Great weekend. Couldn't do it any better. Let's do this. Question of the day.
Okay.
In 40 years, this is a good one, Shiny Scott on there. What will people be nostalgic for?
Oh, 40 years?
What up, D?
40 years. So I'll be 80. So when I'm 80, wow. Okay, so I can't. Okay, so
So
probably
and like
computers.
whatever's hot now, what will you look back and go, man, back in the day, boy?
I had that MacBook. I had all Apple products. Streaming will be different.
Streaming will be. Oh, you know what? We will be reminiscing about streaming. We okay. Let's look at the categories. Food. What will you look back food wise and be like, man? Remember they used to have blah blah blah.
Oh, let's see. What do we have now? Okay, so let me go back to when I was a kid.
It's gonna go away. Burger
What?
King. I think Burger King will be a memory in 40 years.
Burger King?
Burger freaking King. Like you say Burger King is popping in your area, but around me, Burger King, like my Burger King don't even do breakfast no more.
What is going on with Burger King?
I'm telling y'all, mark my words. Daniel Dugo, I need you to come on and be a guest host this week. Co-host the show with me. Look.
Writing. I agree with Daniel on that. The writing.
Ooh. 40 years, you be telling your grandkids, we used to write.
Yeah.
They had these things called pens. And we would write on paper.
Pens,
your kids would be like, paper? What the freak is paper?
Yeah. It's like
what
cell
is
phones,
paper?
probably.
Oh, you're right, Cornelius. You're right, Cornelius. We got to get through the cookout season too, guys.
Oh, there's Jay Henry.
Yeah, Jay Henry, stay right there. We'll come to you in a few minutes.
Playing spades. We got to teach them how to play spades. They don't know how to play spades. They play all
my kids went to college, and they came. My daughter called me one evening. She was like, "Daddy, I'm mad at you." I'm like, "Why?" She said, "You didn't teach me how to play spades." I was like, we didn't have get-togethers as much like my parents. So we would play, but they wasn't watching like we used to do. I used to be right there going, what they doing? How you play that game? And so, what's a pen, Jeanette? You right about that? All right.
Pen, what is that? What is that? What do you think about Jordans? The shoe.
I think Jordan will still be around. I think Jordan. Now, people might not remember no damn Michael Jordan.
Right. Well,
40 years from now.
You don't think they'll remember him?
Oh, Daniel Dugar came up with one. Driving ourselves will be a wrap. Yeah, are you talking about the electronic car?
Yeah, and the cars that don't require a driver. The
autonomous. Now, do you know this? Like, when they came out with those cars that drive without, the first ones didn't see black people.
What? Right? Are you serious?
I swear to God. So it's a documentary on Netflix about it. I'm gonna find out the name of it. But that car see everything. But you don't realize when you're doing electronics and you building in what the computer knows, your biases become a part of the computer program. So all these white boys programming these cars. They ain't even thinking about black people. So the car is running over black people.
So does it know Mexican people and Chinese? I guess the skin tone, dark people.
Skin tones, exactly.
It's the skin tone, okay.
Exactly. And
so a couple of them caught on fire. They had wrecks and caught on fire the first couple.
You know what we not gonna have 40 years from now? You're gonna be talking about, you're gonna tell your grandkids about when there used to be people in the grocery store where you could check out with human beings.
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
I think that might be 20 years from now.
It might be 10. Because Walmart already eliminated people.
Yeah. And they're bringing in the bots. The bots are coming.
Wow. That's crazy, man. All right. My man is here. My guest, he'll be on at 9:30. His name is Jay Henry. He's a fabulous artist on so many levels. He's a saxophonist. He's a vocalist, and he's coming on in a few minutes. My name is Rodney Perry. This is Rodney Perry Live. We're gonna take a break. We come back. My man Jay Hen.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Sean, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Sean. Yeah.
What up, party people? It's your boy Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. Thank you. We rock this show every day for between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're in the Midwest, we rock from 8 to 10. If you're on the West Coast, it's early as hell. My guest for today, in this hour, Mr. Jay Henry. Welcome to the show, Jay Hen.
What's good, man? Good to be back on with you.
You know what? First of all, turn your throat down. I don't know what's going on. I don't like it. I'm mad at your voice sound incredible. Jay Henry, when we met, you was already a champion in music, man, a world-renowned saxophonist. And then you made a pivot and you started singing. Shawne Scott, can we put this man's voice up under us? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, baby. Come on. Yeah. Here we go, y'all. So, yeah, you got me open. Yeah. Everything you do turns me on such a way. I don't care.
Shawne Scott, turn it off. I can't take it. Turn it off. Ladies and gentlemen, fabulous vocalist with us this morning. His real name is Jernell. His brother is a fabulous artist as well. I got to get your brother on here, man.
Absolutely.
I see my girl Michelle C done popped in. She done got glamorous. He sounds like Barry White. You do sound like Barry White. So how deliberate was that for you to fill that Barry White void?
Man, I had hid behind the sax for so long, and everybody kept telling me, you need to go ahead on and do it. There's no more Barry Whites. Isaac did. Everybody that was filling that bass baritone void was gone. And my thing was, I was comfortable with the sax, and it didn't make sense to do anything vocal if I didn't have anything to say. You know what I mean?
Got it.
But, when you try it out on stage and you find out the audience love it, it wins. So we started doing it. And of course, I've been a Barry fan since I was a child. I always wanted to sound like him. And by the time I was 14, I did. So, might as well do something with it. And it's funny, the lady said I sound like Barry. I met Barry's daughter, his oldest daughter, 2 years ago, right during the pandemic. And
Okay.
As soon as I said hello to her, she started crying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, you already in that register. Is it a chore for you to sing in that register?
Believe it or not, the singing is the easiest part. His speaking voice is deeper than his singing voice. So it's It's just natural.
Wow.
It's super easy. You could sing like Barry White if you able to sing. Just have a
First of all,
baritone voice.
I've been kicked out of choirs, okay? No. I ain't never told you the story, Jay Henry. You know, me and Jay Henry real friends. So I joined the Navy, and on the weekends, to get out of work, you would join the choir. So I'm back there, pass me not, oh gentle Savior. I'm singing. The choir director go, all right, y'all 2 rows. Let me see something. Okay, y'all sing. He said, okay. Y'all that row, y'all sing. He said, okay. He said, you, come here. And put me the hell out, just like that.
I'd have been lip syncing.
I should have been lip syncing. I wouldn't have got caught. But I was trying to actually sing. Shouts out to Crystal Powell watching the show. Thank you, Crystal. I got to get you on here to be one of my co-hosts. Man, Jay Hen, man. You got a new product on the street. You got a Christmas project. Man, you're always creating, man. Talk to me about being kinetic in this new music landscape.
Man, honestly, the pandemic probably was the best thing that could have happened for us as entertainers. Where we couldn't get on stage physically and make our money, it allowed us to really sit back and fall in love again with our craft. It made us really sit back and create as well as network. It made those untouchable people touchable. You know, for instance, being able to work with Club Nouveau, Glenn Jones, and Lenny Williams.
Oh wow!
You know what I mean? And
right.
The way it happened, you know, so doing that kind of stuff, and really, it's like as a comedian, before you do a major tour, you try your stuff out in small clubs and work your material. Well, we had the opportunity to do that for 2 years.
Yeah.
Be in our living room, our garage, and find out what works, or reinvent ourselves, rediscover ourselves. So it was just like that. It was shooting shot.
Absolutely, Jay Hen, man. You were a saxophonist. You pivoted into singing. So now, are you like new edition? Like, do you do the sax on your shows? I mean, is it still a part of the show?
Yeah.
Wow.
I do. I just kind of make it a mixture of both. You know what I mean? Unless I'm doing a Barry White tribute. But for the most part, the saxophone is who I am. You know, my show's more conversation style now, so it's a production. I do the sax. Play a couple songs, and then I'll pivot into the singing, and I'll either fuse both of them together. You know, and it just works. You know what I mean?
Wow. We're talking to my man Jay Henry Live, aka Journal. Let me ask you this, Jay.
Yeah.
You singing. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but I know you're married.
Oh yeah.
Singers get way more attention than sax players.
Oh yeah. Oh,
you gonna be able to keep it together, dog? Because if you get single, I'm kicking my wife out. You about to hit these streets.
Hey, I have to keep security with me, bro.
Well, good stuff. Hey man, I want you to stay tight. Rock with us this morning. That man is Jay Hen, and Jay, I want you to rock. I got my co-host in the building, JP Justice. Brand new show here on Media Room 360. What up, JP?
Yeah, what's good? Listen, bro, you already know last night was crazy.
You still got that same shirt on?
Yeah. It was crazy. Last night was crazy.
I know you was up late.
I don't have that deep baritone voice, but it was crazy in here last night. Good morning, man. How you doing, Jay Henry?
I'm good, man.
Also, my homegirl popped in. She's co-hosting as well today. She said, Rodney Perry, let me in. Put me in, coach. Saw her last night at the Comedy Club. Miss Michelle C. is in the place to be.
What up, y'all?
What up?
Shani Scott, Jay Henry, Michelle C., JP Justice, Shani Scott and I came up with a thing this morning. We said we're going to lose how much?
30. We're going to lose 30 pounds.
Between now and September 15th, JP Justice, are you on board?
Is he
froze? I think he froze himself. Wait, I knew he was fake froze.
Hey, JP, you with us? You know what it is? This is what don't get me wrong. I've been told to lose weight. My Dr. Gupta told me to lose weight.
Dr. Sanjay Gupta?
I got Sanjay Gupta.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's who you.
He on TV.
Yeah.
No, my doctor. I know.
That's a different Gupta, but go ahead.
Okay.
It's a different Gupta. She's telling me to lose weight. I want to lose weight, bro, but I don't want to put the pressure because I know people that go mentally crazy trying to lose weight. So I want to try.
Is you in or not, JP?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Let's go for it. Let's go for it, bro. Let's go for it.
All right.
The health is wealth. All right, Jay Henry, you got the baritone voice. I don't want you to lose weight and start going high pitch.
Well, now I've been sounding like this since I was 160 pounds, so I can lose a couple. So yeah, I'm in.
Jay Henry is in. Michelle,
Yes,
you got the cutest headboard in the game.
Well, he caught me slipping. Told me, come on in. I'm like, well, wait a minute now. I just left the comedy club with y'all last night. I'm still sleepy.
Join the club, Miss Michelle. Miss Michelle C. Are you in?
I am in. Look, I've been doing my aqua classes. Got me a new bathing suit and everything. I'm ready.
Bathing suit?
Yeah, for you know how you do the aqua classes, workout classes?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I love it, man. I think this could be something, guys. JP Justice.
Yes, sir.
You just embarked on a new partnership, Media Room 360.
Yeah. Oh man.
You are stepping into the AM. Talk to me about the show, man.
First off, what's up, Shani? I'm sorry, Shani. I didn't even say good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, JP.
You seen how when I woke up, I said, "Oh my God!" and I quickly went in the bathroom, washed my mouth out, and said, "I didn't even brush. I just took the toothpaste and quick get on this camera." We're doing a show. Me and Shani and I are doing a show called Stepping Into the AM. Stepping Into the AM is just when I originally did the show, it was for the insomniacs here on the East Coast. When I originally said, let me do the shows because I couldn't go to sleep late night during the pandemic and all that stuff, I was in here bugging out with anxieties. So I said, you know what? Let me go on live overnight, step into the AM, and let me see how many people join me. Well, little did I know, not only was the people here on the East Coast joining me, but our twilight, 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. was overseas morning. And those guys was just waking up. I had military bases. I had people over in I was about to say Egypt, in England, in Germany, and all that kind of stuff. They were tuned in. But then I also didn't realize that our twilight, once again, is West Coast prime time. So people were sitting at home during prime time. So when I started doing Stepping Into the AM, I got all three markets. I got people from all over tuning in to hear me in my shenanigans. And I just started doing it. And I said it was pretty good. That was a pretty good concept. So I brought it to Shani, and Shani got excited about it. When Shani got excited about it, I was like, yeah, I'm on to something. So you know me.
And Shani don't even mess with everybody, first of all. So people pitch her stuff all day, every day. She don't be getting excited. So if she get excited, it's a real deal.
Yes, sir. And then I brought my cast of follies. My follies, Miss Mona Baudet and Harlem Blue, and I was like, "Yo, y'all ready for this?" I said, "It's definitely an opportunity for something." Now, sometimes you pray for things and don't know how the blessing comes. You know what I'm saying? You looking for this direct blessing, but God goes, "Here's the blessing right here," and the blessing was that I'm on Media Room 360 now.
Come on now.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Miss Michelle C. Now, Michelle invented a game, guys. Michelle, tell my friends about the game.
Okay, so I invited me and my homeboy DJ All-Star created a game called Sing-a-Do. And so what it is, you're singing the melody of a song, but you can only use the word do. So we have different...
I be cheating.
Oh.
So, and Rodney was on our game show. We just launched our game show on YouTube. But yeah, so you sing it. We have different genres. We have hip hop and R&B, greatest hits, pop Billboard hits, country rock, Sing-a-Do favorites, old school TV themes, party and dances. Any
all right, stop right there, Michelle. We got world-renowned vocalist Jay Henry. Give him a song that he can do too.
Just throw him a song.
Throw him a song.
Can We Talk, Tevin Campbell.
But you can't use the words at all, Jay Hen. You can only do the.
All right.
That's how you do that.
Okay.
I love it. I think that game is such a great idea, such a timely game. And how about this? I don't know about y'all, but I don't know the words to nothing. So if you can give me some doo-doos and doo-dooing is one of my favorite times of the day. I doo-doo all the time. So tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna go into our entertainment report, and we're gonna try to get in before the end of the hour. We're gonna try to get in Ask Uncle Rodney. You guys can all help me with that. And this show is crazy. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuning to Rodney Perry Live. JP, Shiny Scott, Michelle C, Jay Hen. Let's rock.
SM Marketing Communications is not only a marketing communications company. They also provide web content management, social media marketing, video and audio production, advertising, not-for-profit marketing management, and community outreach and engagement. Want to learn more about SM Marketing Communication? Call area code 314-339-7662. That's 314-339-7662. That's SM Marketing Communication.
Want your book or music to be published? Skip the confusion and rejections from others. Let bepublished.org publish and promote your work for less. Bepublished.org handles it all, from cover design to worldwide distribution, with high quality and fast turnaround. You even keep rights and royalties.
Everything was perfect. You made my dream come true. My book and CD look so good.
Call 972-880-8316 now. Bepublished.org. 972-880-8316.
I love it. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuning in to Rodney Perry Live. Jay Henry is in the building. Jay Hen, when's the next project coming out, bro?
We're putting the finished touches on it now. We have the single Ecstasy out right now, which is a remake of Barry White's classic. It's entitled Conversation, Your Everything. Bringing conversation back to music. It definitely has that Barry White feel to it. But it's going to be a really good project.
Dude, I love what you're doing, because you brought back a thing I think we lost in music. Do y'all remember the rap? Like, it would be a guy that would stop singing and start talking. Oh, yeah. And say some fly shit. You done brought back the rap, man. I'm riding in New York with JP Justice. His navigation talk like you. Jay Hen.
That's what's up.
It's crazy. All right, Shiny Scott. Hot topics. What's going on out there in the world?
Oh my God, it is a lot going on today, and a lot that happened over the weekend. So sad. I guess this is sad news, but I guess it can be good news too for both parties involved. So we are hearing and learning that Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan have split. They broke up.
Jesus Christ, no.
They broke up. Now, Michael is 35. He just turned 35. Lori is 25. So there's a 10-year age difference there.
Right.
I've heard 3 reasons why they broke up. One person said that it was because she didn't want to get married.
Right.
Okay, and I understand that she's 25. You don't need to get married at 25. Take your time. Take your time.
You better get married at 25 and knock them babies out now. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If I could go back and do it over again, I wouldn't get married till like right now when I'm 40.
Really?
Yes.
You two set in your ways. You don't want to marry no old ass person. You set in your ways once you get old. You gotta get married when you're young and still willing to compromise.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know.
Yeah, here you want to talk about it?
Oh yeah.
Go give me a hug. Give me a hug.
Yeah.
No, all right. Okay, that's one of the reasons. What else, Shania? What else are people saying?
The reason that I read was because he wanted space. He wanted some space. And then the last reason was because he wanted to get to dating white girls.
Hey.
Now, I believe the white girl thing came out because there's pictures of him floating around kind of cozied up with a woman of another persuasion.
Oh, God.
So that means what that tells me is he and Lori probably broke up a long time ago. It's just we're just now finding out he's moved on. I'm pretty sure she's moved on. I'm pretty sure there's people calling her. She had people in her inbox, her DM, hitting her up saying, "Hey, you know,
dudes don't let a woman cool off at all. They jump straight in there."
Well, yeah. So I think they're both gonna be fine. What has Steve said anything to you, Rodney? You got any?
Steve don't call me.
Okay.
You know what, Shani Scott? You know me and Steve ain't friends like that. Okay. No, but it's crazy. First of all, I love this young lady. She's taking her dating, life by the horns, and she's going out and she's experiencing different things. I think it's beautiful. I don't think she's a whore. I
think she's taking her dating professional, and I think Michael B. Jordan didn't want to own that old piece of bubble gum at 25 that everybody else has chewed on. And
wait, hold on.
Wait a minute. What happened?
Tell them how you really feel, JV. So wait, JV, you saying at 25 she's an old piece of bubble gum?
Well, here's the thing. In Hollywood relationships, nobody wants to know the other person that you're dating.
But if that's the case, you would never get with her.
Exactly. And it probably looked good at the beginning, but then after a while, after you get to chewing that bubble gum, you was like, hey.
Do we got a Shani Scott? We got a picture of this young lady. This young lady is gorgeous.
She's gorgeous, but come on, man. Old bubble gum is old bubble gum. That's like
old bubble gum. How dare you, JP? You a male chauvinist pig.
That's like walking around with Mariah Carey, like, hey, look what I got. And 8 other people like, well, I had that gum too.
Look at this. You call this girl old gum? Look at her.
Oh, she's gorgeous, man. I'm not talking about what she looks like. I'm just talking about the fact that you can, like, what would happen if you was Michael B. Jordan and you go to a party and what's his name with the blonde dreads? Her
Future?
Right, and Future's there. Or you walk in, or P. Diddy is there, and you got her on your arm and stuff like that. It's going to be whispers and murmurs, man.
But hold on, JP. We all ain't nobody a virgin.
Listen to me, bro.
Except my beautiful daughters.
Listen,
and Shani's daughters,
and my daughters too. So listen,
right.
My daughters, even though they grown, they still virgins. But listen, I don't want to walk into a room and know and see the other guys that she have dated, and that's very harmful in Hollywood. That kind of relationship.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask Michelle. Miss Michelle C. You've been in these streets a long time. You know you out there doing a nasty.
Hey.
I'm just saying, Michael B. Jordan can come. He can come to the arms that love him. He can come on home. I mean, he can leave. Yeah, he can come on home.
Hold on, Michelle. Mm-hmm. You saying you'll take that chewed up piece of gum of Michael Jordan?
I'll take Michael B. Jordan. I don't know about the gum, but I'll take Michael B. Jordan any day.
Any day. So wait a minute, Michelle, you at the club, Michael B. Jordan come up to you, he can hit that night?
Immediately.
Hold on.
Michelle.
Expeditiously. Yes.
Hold on. Hey, and I'm seeing Shani Scott nod her head. Shani Scott saying ain't so.
No, I did nod my head.
I saw you nod your head, Shani Scott.
I was just saying, to Michelle. I was just like, Okay.
Man, listen, Michael B can get
it, Michelle. Get it, Michelle. Hey, do you?
Jay Hen, man, talk to me, bro. Man, these young kids done broke up, man. I think they was a great looking couple, man. I was looking forward to them having kids. You know, I'm Uncle Rodney. I want some babies that come out of here, man. Well, what you think, Michael B. Jordan and Miss Harvey, man? They done split up. God damn it.
I think the age difference was the biggest factor to me. I think, you know, he's 35, so he's looking at life from a different perspective. You know, he's self-made. You know, career guy, probably knows what he wants. And had the success now. Lori Harvey, you know, she's a kept woman. And she, you know, she haven't had his struggles or his life experiences. So they kind of on two different playing fields, you know.
Damn, come on, Jay. He ain't had no struggles. He's 35 and he rich. Ain't no struggles. Put that Nikki, what Nikki talking about over on YouTube? Nikki, let me ask you a question. What you mean Mr. Jordan can have it any way he wants it? Nikki, don't be a whore.
I'm with Nikki. Flap it up, rub it down. Oh no.
No, ladies. Oh, JP, what's happening to the ladies out here?
I love a woman who can take her sexuality in the palm of her hand, and that's what these ladies are doing. And then let their palms open when good men come around.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody stop. Everybody freeze. JP, can you take us to the back of your office and show us young JP in that photograph up there? Young, look at this. Look at this fucking gorgeous ass guy in the back. That's JP many years ago, motorcycle jacket.
Yeah, that guy right
JP
there.
is proof that nobody stays looking cute.
That guy was a heartthrob right there. That guy was a heartthrob.
That guy was the man. I met that guy. That guy was all right. Shiny Scott on there. Y'all, yeah, I can't take it. I hate to find out that the women around me are whores.
I mean, why is that a whore? Because they know they'd have them, you know. That's what they want to do.
Think about it like this, Rodney. They're not whores. What they are is they know that they don't want to take our BS.
Oh no, Toy! Shut your mouth. Yeah. You shut your mouth, Toy. She's talking about she just had this conversation with a friend last night, and Michael B. Jordan, not Michael Jordan, the basketball player. His old ass.
He cries too much.
Michael B. Jordan can definitely get it. Are you serious, Toy?
Let me ask you a question.
Got on there. Give me the next story, folks, because we got to get ready to get out this hour.
Let me ask you a question, Rodney. You got daughters. I got daughters. How hard was it to find out that your daughters had a crush on someone?
Well, first of all, I'm a real enough human being to know this. Put me full screen, because I need to say this to the people. This is what I know. Fellas out there, fathers, listen to me, listen good. Your baby is going down.
Yeesh.
Somebody is going to destroy your child.
Whoosh.
I know it ain't nothing you want to think about, Jay Hen. I know we don't want to think about it. Michelle, don't nobody want to think about it. But guess what? Her mama went down. Her grandmama went down.
Oh, Lord.
Your grandmama too.
Your baby going down. All you can do as a father, as a parent, is hope you equip them with the ability to pick a great guy. I always talk about, let me get my shotgun out. Well, guess what? It's too late. By the time they start talking to you, my daughter just told me last week, oh, by the way, Dad, I'm dating a new guy. This motherfucker 6'5". How the hell? I can't. You know my biggest fear, Shanny Scott? My biggest fear is that my daughter fall in love with a drug lord or a kingpin. That's my fear. My biggest fear is that she's fall in love with all this crazy, and then, Daddy, he put his hands on me. He put his hands on me. I'm like, hold on, baby. What you do to Pablo?
You need to know all the details before you go.
I need to know what you say to that man because he's a nice guy. Put everybody back on screen, Shiny Sky. God dang it. All right, give me one more story, man. Cause we got to jump because we got to get my man Dex in here for the second hour. It's going down. Jay Hen is in the building. Michelle Cedar popped in. JP Justice. I'm loving this show today. I'm excited. What else we got? Shiny's got on here.
So I'm in Texas, and this video was released on TikTok over the weekend of a woman who took her boyfriend's mother's ashes and dumped them.
Hold on, let me get my mom. My mama want to hear this story. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Let me get my mom. My mama want to hear this one.
Oh, Rodney. Wait a minute.
My mama want to hear the story.
Oh, God. So this young lady, 40 years old, my age, got upset because her boyfriend cheated on her, took his mother's ashes, dumped them over the bridge into the river and threw the urn too, and had somebody tape it and post it to TikTok.
Oh my God.
So she was arrested, which she should have been arrested, and she's being charged with
Yeah, I would like to hear this charge.
Hold on, what'd you say, Mom?
the charge is
Dumping old people across the
no, it's like
I'm gonna say put that bitch in
handling
jail.
a corpse. Yeah, she's in jail.
So wait, it's a felony? What she did was a felony?
It's a misdemeanor.
Okay.
It's a misdemeanor. But yeah, she's upset because her boyfriend cheated on her and dumped abuse of a corpse. Thank you. Abuse of a corpse is what she's been charged with. So it's up to 1 year in prison and like a $50,000 fine.
She go in jail because if it's on video like that, yeah. See you later.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Let's go around the horn. Janelle Henry, Jay Hen, what's your thoughts? The lady, she gets upset. She busted the guy cheating. The only thing that matters to him in his life is his dear old mama.
I asked me to go to jail.
Wow. Jay Hen mean that shit.
Yeah. That boy
It sounds like anything he says he means.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Michelle C.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing like a woman scoring, whatever that saying is.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorn.
Thank you, Jay Henry. I knew you was gonna have it. You poetic.
But I ain't that petty. Like she need to get locked up. That's man. The emotional scar she gonna put on that man. Like he already mad he lost his mama, and she gonna do something that stupid. She need her. He need to get his cousins, sisters. Somebody need to beat that. She need to get beat down straight up.
Wow. Oh, is that we doing physicality? JP, you're a male chauvinist pig. I can't wait to hear this.
Hey, listen, bro. First off, did you see that picture of my daughters? You was talking about daughters, Shani. I put that picture up. I want to share this with the world. That's one of two, 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4, and 4 of 4. Those are my
and they're all a little older than that now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Because them last two is grown.
Them last two are crazy too, aren't they?
They wild. They wild. Just the conversations, they so wild. They funny kids. But go ahead.
All right, so now here we go. First off, I'm not too big on death. So you having an urn of your mom, I'm looking at you like, come on, bro, you got to let go at some point. I wouldn't have cared if you. First off, I don't weed smoke, but I heard Nas say if you put the ashes in your weed, you can get closer to them. I don't know, bro. I just know that I don't want to be that. See what you got in your arm right there? I don't want to be that. I don't want to be a jar of JP.
First of all,
I'm not connected.
JP Justice, well said. And I'm gonna put it like this:
when I die, I don't even want to be like that. I don't care what you do with my body. I used it. You can leave it on the White House lawn for all I care.
You want to? I told my family I want them to leave me and stuff me, and I'm gonna stand in the living room like this. No, but all jokes aside, and take me full screen, Shiny Sky, because I want to say this to the world.
Okay.
My mother is gone. She is not here.
She's not in there?
She is not here. My mother has went on to glory. I still have this, but I keep it right there because I haven't. You know, she didn't say she wanted to be dumped nowhere. And if somebody for some reason dumped it out, it wouldn't change a second of my life. You know, I agree with JP on this, man. I don't cherish this thing. You know, I don't cherish this urn. I don't cherish the dust that's in it. You know, as we navigate this life, you gotta let go and remember the good times that your loved ones gave you. That's the thing. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. We're gonna take a break. We come back. We got the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Dexter Kendrick, who psychic.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Sean, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Sean. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the second hour. Shawnee Scott, hit me with it.
Get ready for America's number one funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's number one funny man, Rodney.
What up, party people? It's your boy Rodney Perry. You're tuning in to Rodney Perry Live. It's the second hour. Super excited. My first hour guest, man, Jay Henry. Let's get my man back up here. Jay Henry, man. I cannot thank you enough for coming on the show, bro. Huge fan of yours, man. What you got coming up, bro?
Oh, man. Actually, Father's Day here in Atlanta at St. James Live, doing a Barry White tribute, 3 to 4:30.
Okay.
We have a few tickets left. St. James Live, ATL.com. Go there. Also, July 17th. Check this out. Luther versus Barry White here in Atlanta.
Who's doing Luther?
My man, Danny Clay.
Danny Clay is cold, man. I like Danny Clay.
We sold out a venue in Sacramento in February, I believe. So we about to bring it to Atlanta and do it.
Man, that's gonna be hot. I'm gonna be at both of those. The Father's Day brunch. It goes down June 19th, 3 to 4:30, and it's Barry White tribute performance by Jay Henry Live, man. The tickets are available at St. James Live, and that's a great place, great food and everything in there.
Yeah, real nice.
Hey, man, thank you for coming on, bro.
Thank you, man. Be blessed.
All right, stop the presses. It's time. This next guest, I'm a fan, and I don't know if I ever had a chance to tell this guy, but I'm a fan. Not only at watching what he does, but watching how he does it and the investment he makes. We got him for the hour. Welcome to the show. Love 911 Terror. Mr. Dexter K in the building. What up, Deck?
Hey, good morning. How you
you
doing?
hit him with some motherfucking super glass. Oh, shit. They took it to the next level.
I I got a new prescription, so.
You got them in prescription?
No, these aren't prescription. I'm trying out new contact lenses, but I always like to wear glasses. I feel like they add characters. So.
That's fly as hell, dog.
Thank
Let me
you.
tell you something. The motherfucking square joints with.
It's a little retro, a little bit
like
retro.
I like that. Hey, let me ask you this, Dex, before we get into it. And we're gonna open up everybody, and especially for our characters on the show today. If you got a question for Dex, think about it. What do you need from folks?
Yeah, if you're looking for a reading, mostly just your birth month and day, and a specific question, or if you have a specific area of life you want to look into, that's really helpful to me as well. Just for the interest of time to get as much in as possible.
Absolutely. Okay. How much do these readings take out of you, man?
I pace myself. I don't think I can't do more than 2 hours of reading at one time. Anything more than that really drains me. So
really,
I do 2 hours in the morning and I do 2 hours in the evening, about 7 days a week.
Wow, man! Thank you so much for coming on the show. It's an honor and a privilege.
Man, I'm honored to be here.
Dude, I'm such a fan, man, and watching you navigate, of course, with Mike Sean, man, it's an honor. Let me ask you this, because I got questions. I always had questions for you, but I don't get to ask you. Who else has this gift? Because you're not just reading tarot cards.
No.
You doing some real like. So it's a gift that I know that multiple people in a family might carry. So are there other members of your family that have the gift?
A lot of them do, but the people in my family, such as my mom and my cousin, who I'm really close to, don't want it. They don't really want to engage in that. They are spiritual people. My mom is also religious, Christian, and that's not something she wants. She doesn't want loved ones visiting her. She just wants to communicate with the Holy Ghost. That's it until it's time for her to cross over. So, so I'm looking for the next generation, because this work is generational work. So I'm looking for the next generation of people in my family to hopefully be able to coach in terms of this vocational work. But we all have psychic abilities.
We all have psychic abilities. Like
everybody.
Like I know my son does. Tangerine. That's my homegirl. Tangerine is in the building. I know my son does. I remember having my son in my arms. He's a baby, and I was contemplating to go get a tarot reading, and he was a baby. Dex, he was a baby. He was like, go. He's like physically pulled me to go into that space, man. Like, are our kids more connected than we are anyway?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is why the bond between grandparents and babies is so strong, because babies are coming from where grandparents are headed, right? So they're both at two ends of the spectrum, but there's a bond there. And so our children, all of us are more psychic when we're younger, but then we have to learn so many other things that begin to push back our psychic energy. Like we have to learn how to rewalk again. We have to learn how to speak. We have to learn commands from our parents, how to get food and water. So we do lose touch with it. Most of us come back into contact with it either during times of crisis or changing points in our lifetime, like ages 16, 21, etc.
I talked to a friend recently, and what fascinates me is near-death experiences, right? Mm-hmm. And he told me a story of going to heaven and being told to come back. I know you're connected to these stories, man. Talk to me about near-death experiences and what that is for people.
So when it comes to, I'm going to turn on IG Live. Shani told me to turn on IG Live, so it's going to just be on in the background. Okay. And you're welcome to join if you're on there. I don't know.
Absolutely.
But as far as near-death experiences are concerned, we all have, according to my teachers, we all have 3 exit points in life. It could be a car crash that didn't take your life but may have demolished the car. It might be some kind of a hiccup with our bodies, etc. We all have 3 different exit points, and we have predestined a period of time when it's time for us to leave. So near-death experiences are an opportunity for us to decide not to stay, and if we still have work here to do, then our guides will send us back.
Wow, that's interesting,
But
man.
near-death experiences are absolutely real. Absolutely.
Last question. Guardian angels. Guardian angels. Talk to me about guardian angels, man, because I know my guardian angel's sick of me because I'm actually writing a piece about guardian angels and because I wanted to personify them and go into their break room and see them kind of do their job. And the idea in my head is that your guardian angel probably he probably looks like you. You know, like a hood dude is gonna have a hood guardian angel, you know. And so my guardian angel don't have to stop no bullets, but he need to help me find my keys. You know.
Okay.
You called him a guide. Is that the same as a guardian angel?
No, a guide is not the same as a guardian angel. Most guardian angels are a part of what's known as the heavenly host, and I know we've heard that in songs, etc. But the heavenly host are spirits or energies, spiritual energies that are highly evolved and who have never incarnated here on earth. Most spirit guides have had some kind of incarnation here on earth, and this is why they specialize in lining up with people who have certain work here on this planet, right? So I'm sure that at least one. All right,
Dex, stop right there, because you know you hear people say, you know, my mama went on, my baby gone, she an angel now, she got her wings. People don't become angels.
No, that's a done deal. The heavenly host.
I read about that because I started doing my research on angels, and people don't become angels, but they could be a host.
Well, they could be a spirit guide. So all of us who have incarnated here on earth are evolving spiritually, and we get to decide at the time of our demise whether we mastered the curriculum that we agreed to come here and master, or whether we'd like to try it again, which is why the dialogue with regard to fire and brimstone is kind of incorrect, because nobody gets it right on the first try. So many of us have been here, multiple times. And, it's easy to believe, even if you are raised in a Christian doctrine, the dialogue around Lazarus coming back to life, that's a second lifetime. The dialogue around Jesus coming back to life, that's another lifetime, right? If we believe the Christian mythology. So
right.
It's not far-fetched.
Hey, y'all, my name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. I'm talking to Dexter Kendrick. You can find him at Love 911 Tarot. I'm super excited. He is doing readings today. Shiny Scott on there. Front and center. Michelle C. Front and center. JP Justice. Front and center. Yo.
Good morning.
Drop your questions. The Instagram is up. You can go over there to Dexter's Gram, Love 911 Tarot. I'm super excited. Open these phones up.
All right.
Anybody on the panel got a question before we get going?
Yep, sure do.
Okay, Michelle.
He wants to know if Michael B. Jordan.
Good morning.
She want to know if Michael B. Jordan gonna pick her up next.
That ain't my question. What do you need for me to give you?
Just your month and day and the specific question or area of life.
Okay, January 20th, and the question is, will I ever get married?
Aquarius. All right, cool. Give me a second. Mm-hmm. Have you been married before? I'm seeing the number 2 behind marriages here.
No,
never been married. There seems to be there's 2 coming up. I won't ask your age, but this dialogue with regard to this 5 of Swords turned upside down and saying there may have been like some kind of a serious relationship previously that didn't make it to marriage, but it does look like there's something coming up. Give me a moment, and this is 22, around 2025. This is Empress card. It seems like it's a blessing in disguise. It looks like it's a friend who becomes more. It starts out as a friendship.
Ooh.
Which for Aquarius.
Her next question is the initials MBJ.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is low. Oh, you asked
No. She wanted to know if the initials of this 2025 is MBJ, Michael B. Jordan.
Oh,
I got a question, and I got to let you know this right off the bat. I'm kind of scarred and mentally hurt by this name Dexter you have after watching the Eddie Murphy thing back in the 80s.
Dexter St. Jock?
Yeah, and you got this number on your chest. I'm like, is this guy advertising here? What's going on? But listen.
I didn't see it so, but Hopefully it was a funny joke. Hopefully.
All right, so here we go. My birth now. When I tell readers and all of this stuff, they bug out. So put your seatbelt on. Okay. My birthday is November the 11th, 11/11. And
angel number.
They say a lot of different things. I've heard so many different things. I went to a reader in Africa when I was out in Africa, and he almost sat back and like, oh my God. What does success look like for me in the next 3 to 5 years?
Oh my, yeah. Well, one of the things that I'm seeing showing up here is you seem to be on some kind of promotional campaign with regard to like some kind of a book. Also, too, there seems to be a lot of different ideas running around right now in your head. Your mind feels a little bit scattered, which is normal for summertime. The biggest emphasis during the summertime for you, especially somebody who's born in the fall, you're weaker right now. So you're going to exhaust yourself if you feel like you have to keep pushing right now. Mm-hmm. The best thing was find things that you can put on autopilot. And I find that seems to be a challenge for you because you seem to be an achiever. And also when you commit to something, you like to go full steam ahead. So this dialogue with regard to success is primarily for you, because I'm seeing this chariot card turned upside down, which means there's some opportunities coming up, but you have to wait for it. Your patience has run thin. And in summertime, it's going to make you feel worse about your situation, and it can blind or block your vision. So you'll find that when we get closer to September, things start to move a lot easier. The best way to manage summer, I'm always interested in how we're managing right now, because that creates the landscape for the future. The best way for you to manage summer is to pacing, priorities, and relaxation. If you're finding that it's aggravating you, it's time for a break. Does that make sense? There's a couple different things I'm showing going on as far as I got to do this, got to do that, and you're missing the season. That's not what's happening. That's not what nature's doing right now. So you will find that your energy, it bounces back closer to August, between August and September. In fact, there's some things that show up to light a fire under your ass in August. So right now, the best thing to do is to collect yourself and do some things that make you feel good about promotion and networking.
Sounds good, man. Thank you.
Yes, my pleasure.
Wow, that was dope as hell. Shiny Sky.
Yeah, I got one on the medium side. So we talked a little bit over the weekend about my friend that passed. Well, the big question that we had was what happened, because he was by himself. Do you need my birthday?
No, just
okay. Okay.
Just the name.
His name is LaMarcus McCray.
Yeah. Well, one of the first things that's showing up, because it's really important for mediumship reading, not to jump into answering questions first, but to jump into identification. And one of the first pieces he's showing me is some kind of a pan with food in it. Did you cook for him? This also seems like
when they would come to the house, because he's my boyfriend's best friend. So whenever they came, I always had food.
Yeah. So that's the first thing that's showing up, just missing missing your food. Give me a moment. Give me a second. Okay, too. Was he also funny because he's talking about like something about like steps? Do you have to climb a lot of stuff? I mean, I know I've been to your building, but like I don't remember the floor.
Yeah, the elevator was out one time. So yeah,
he's okay. The elevator was out when he visited. He said, "God, it's so many steps." You know. All right, cool. I wanted to start there because we need to identify in a mediumship reading that we're talking to the right person. That's a whole nother dialogue, and I'll talk about my classes coming up tomorrow night later. But you wanted to know how he passed?
Yeah, because they said he was driving and he didn't wreck the car, so he knew whatever was happening and he tried to stop. And
the first thing that I'm showing here, there seems to be some kind of a shooting sharp kind of a discomfort showing as we move up, like up the back area. So I don't know if that is like some kind of a blood movement or dialogue, or some dialogue with regard to like the nerves, but I'm seeing that there was a very swift kind of blackout. And everybody who I've talked to that has crossed over has told me there's absolutely no pain at the moment of death. If we think about labor, death can be a labor, right? Some labors are quick, some labors are elongated and drawn out and painful. But you know, once the baby is out, for women who've given birth,
no pain.
There's an absence of stress and pain. So the same thing happens. Death is also a labor. It's an outgoing labor, right? So our spirit is leaving our body. And long story short, he didn't have any pain, and that's one of the things we emphasize. But he has been visiting you, especially in your kitchen. He seems like a kind of a bit of a comedian. Is he funny? He seems kind of.
He is in his own way. Yeah.
Coming around like sniffing.
It's a different kind of humor.
Kind of like what's the word I'm gonna say? Like Big Brother energy, like picking at you. If that makes sense. It seems to be like an energy.
A little more more towards slow than me, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, but he's just showing me him like peeking around and just playing nosy.
Yeah, he was
but yeah,
always happy here, and and usually I would cook. Like I'd have 3 different meals made so they could pick what they want to eat.
That
Yeah.
felt so accurate for you, Shawnee. I'm scared to ask.
What?
I'm scared to ask what my mama's doing right now. My mama's been going since 2000. That was the way y'all was so accurate right now. I was going, is this guy really tapped in? What is my mama saying right now? She's been going since 2009. And before you answer, I felt like my mother waited for me to get to the hospital so that she can see me before she can rest easy.
Oh man, I think that we oftentimes underestimate how powerful we are at holding a spirit and a body. I think it's important for us to, and I think anybody who, I just had an auntie pass recently who had the same experience. Her organs had failed. Her consciousness, which is like a candle, the light was very dim, almost out. And until my mom and her friends came and kind of, prayed for her to cross over, go ahead. She was there at 30 minutes after they left. Boom, she crossed over, right? So, so I wanted to emphasize that you are correct. And I think it's important for us to recognize that we're all mediums. We all have the ability to communicate with loved ones who crossed over. We just need to learn the language. It's a certain type of languaging. And the language really is a language that speaks to our heart. So as far as your mother is concerned, the short answer to that is yes. And this is before I even tuned into her. But what was her name?
Josephine.
Josephine, got you. Give me a moment. One of the things that I'm seeing here, give me a moment.
This is scary, bro.
She seems to be surrounded by like flowers. These also seem to be red, like roses or flowers. And so the first thing I'm curious is, did she enjoy flowers, or did you bring flowers?
She loved the outdoors. She loves to go anywhere outdoors. She's scary.
Yeah. One of the things that I think is so important is to understand that our loved ones also can feel our pain, and they can also feel how much we're healing. And I think loss is a healing process. And one of the challenging pieces about loss is to understand that when the universe is wiser, and also to understand that our loved ones also want us to know that they're not dead. They're just not here. So it's really just a feeling of separation as opposed to a feeling of loss. And so hopefully loss over time is replaced by little mementos. And also I'm seeing that she seems to be sending fragrances from time to time when you might be outside that make you think of her or that remind you of her. There's a number of different ways that she seems to be showing up. Also, she's showing me that she's visited you a couple times in a dream.
I know she has. And Rodney, you said that when you came to my house. One of the things that attached me and my mother, I remember so vividly, it's not flowers, but the smell of fish and chips.
Right.
And when when I smell fish and chips, I can almost feel and hear her talking, because that was like her, like we was raised that fish and chips was like a Friday thing. Friday was fish and chips. So I can remember vividly, and whenever I go around like Harlem, where I'm born and raised at, and I smell fish and chips, it's almost as if I can hear her right next to me.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I would assert that is actually you hearing her right next to you, right? It is exactly the frequency of telepathic communication that you two have together now.
All right, you guys. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. We're talking to Mr. Dexter Kendrick. What is the DAC?
Thank you.
Oh, I'm a doctor of acupuncture and Chinese medicine.
Oh, get out of here. You do it all.
Well, it's all under the same umbrella, I think, of of wellness.
Okay, beautiful.
All right,
his Instagram is at love911tarot. I'm sorry, Shani, I cut you off. And
no, I was just gonna tell Tangerine, give us your date of birth.
Tangerine, date of birth.
I tuned into Miss Tangerine the first time she asked the question. So if she wants me to go in, I can go in her.
Go.
Well, let's do Tangerine then.
Good morning, Miss Tangerine. One of the challenging things that I see as far as finding true love, first of all, is this dialogue about being highly selective, which is totally fine. You can be as selective as you'd like to be, but also then there doesn't seem to be much space in your schedule for individuals who might want to push up. And so I think you have to kind of take a look at where the door is open and where the door is closed in terms of true love. So will you ever find true love? This magician card turned upside down on top of this Ace of Wands is saying that the universe is waiting for you to make a move, to be honest. And then, of course, right, just like it says in the Bible, try me and see. If you take a step, even if it's not somebody that you are like necessarily feeling like you're gaga over, it creates movement. So what I'm seeing here is the lack of a flow. It'd be nice if I knew your birthday, because if you are under Aquarius, then there's an important period that's been happening for 2 years over top of you. But
I think she just had a birthday. She might be a Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's Gemini?
I think so. I think she just had a birthday.
Oh, okay, then as we move between now and October, you're going to have to take a look at some of your patterns, especially when it comes time when it involves dialogues regarding trust, intimacy, and vulnerability. So I do see you giving somebody a chance in August. A lot of these short-term situations seem to keep falling flat, and you're the common denominator, my love. And I don't know you, so please don't cuss me out. But I'm seeing there's a lot of things that don't seem to be kind of getting off the ground, and the paradox card doesn't lie. Neither does the magician card. You're going to have a change of heart, but it doesn't seem to come until October when you begin to kind of surrender and soften. It's going to take until then, from what I see here.
All right, next she's Pamela Smith is Pammy Girl on 88 on IG too. She's Virgo, August 31st. She wants to know what is the message from her past family member.
I need a name, my love, because you say family member, everybody comes through, and in a show that it has a time window, it's just too. It can be too challenging.
Uncle Ray, like, hey, I got something to say.
Right.
I got something to say.
Right.
Hey, we ain't talking to your ass, Ray. Back up.
And then we have to wait on the comment to come in the feed. You know, it's just too challenging.
Yeah.
All right, Emily.
Emily, April 8th. Is Kevin M important in my life? Should I stay in contact with him? Emily, young.
Her picture is young. She probably 75.
She's born in 02.
Okay, you're right.
That's what water will do to you, huh? Do for you. All right. So April 8th, she says, is Kevin M important in my life? Should I stay in contact with him? Give me a moment. All right. One of the challenging pieces here is it looks like you seem to recognize that he seems to be pulling away from you. Also, too, give me a moment. I don't know. Do you guys live long distance? You don't seem like you live close to each other. That's another piece here. Okay. I don't see a relationship for this because I see him getting into something with somebody else, my love. So, so you can stay in contact with him, but your ask was, is he important in your life? And the question here is around boundaries. So I think you're waiting for some kind of structure from this other party, but we're responsible for creating structure and deciding where people stand in our world. And I think you're waiting for him to give you that. So that message is coming. That message actually started in May. I don't know if you know this, but it looks like you'll be getting some information about this in July. I think he's already.
Wow, Dex, quick question. Is there anybody you won't read?
Anybody I won't read? What do you mean? Like how so?
Like Emily was a young woman. Is there a bottom age threshold?
You know, I prefer to read people who are 18 and up. Sometimes, you know, people will ask, you know, about a circumstance for their children. I will tell you that the door closes on certain private information, even when parents are asking about their children, because it's not information that is for the parent's highest good, or it's not beneficial to the relationship. So, he doesn't just get full access to personal business unless it is information that's relevant to the person asking. But if you're in a relationship with somebody, if you're married, yeah, because the covenant says that everything is above the table. So yes, I can look into, you know, what your spouse is up to. I can look into what your boyfriend, etc. As long as they know they're your boyfriend, right? Because I've been in those dialogues too, and then we have to, you know, walk it back a little bit to say,
wow,
right, this person's moving this way because they don't see you the same way you see them.
Dexter, I would ask you about my relationship, but I know my wife will close that door because she closes these doors around here. No. Listen, I don't want to know. No, I do, but I'm just that type of guy that don't want to know. Okay, and then next thing you know, I'm looking forward to these things.
I'm the same. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, you know, let me say this because you bring up a really good point, JP, is that what's the word I want to say?
Premonition.
We don't need to know everything, right? There are certain things that are really better when they come to pass. But I find that readings are really helpful for people who are feeling lost or like they've gotten off track or like they're in a waiting period and needing confirmation that their next move is their best move. So I often tell people you don't need a reading every week. Most people only need a reading every 4 to 6 weeks because the outcome doesn't change. And also, too, a psychic is not telling you what's going to happen in your life. The psychic is telling you where you're headed by the way you're acting today. So I think that's
let me rephrase the question. I've been married, and my marriage has always been involving responsibilities, kids, house, blah blah blah. We're now moving into empty nesting. How do what's an outlook that I'm walking towards in empty nesting now in my relationships? I've never had a relationship without the responsibility, and now we're moving into a relationship without responsibility like that.
I think you're headed into a great period. I mean, I turned over an oracle card. You may not be able to see it, but this card says play. One of the first things that I'm seeing is vacation time. And vacation time doesn't necessarily have to be going other places, although I do see that seems to be on your heart. But it definitely includes and involves spreading out a little bit more and being a little bit more free than I think you've allowed yourself to be for quite some time. That seems to be hugely important to you as well, because you have a really serious energy over top of you. It got more serious in 2020, but that serious kind of energy, if we think in terms of nature, a tree that is not flexible will easily snap or break. So I think that you've created certain structures to keep your head on straight, but I don't think you need all of those structures now ever since this new year. Anyway, long story short, I do see you relaxing a little bit more, which I think is a really good prescription for you. Also, too,
all right, Shiny Sky, who's next?
What did you say, Dexter?
Sorry, I was saying that there's a lot of you seem to be doing a lot of inner emotional work, which is allowing you to soften some of your more more rough edges.
Man, I got to talk to you later, man. You already had me crying. I have built my exterior and built this ogre type grizzly bear persona that in my older age seems to be cracking when I least expect it. I'm 6'8". I want people to know hey, camera, look at me. I am a grizzly bear. But lately I just been getting this cuddly feeling and like anything sends me over the top. I had to call Rodney sometime. Hey, Rodney, man, she really going to college, bro.
Yeah, it's a great movement when we evolve, and this is a part of your evolution.
Rashonda, doing me, being what is that, May 13th?
How will I grow in my life and creativity?
That's vague.
Yeah.
It's
I can answer that shit. You're gonna be fine. I'm gonna take some of these, Dex. I'm gonna take some of these. You're gonna be fine, Rashonda. Keep doing you. You will be fine. You're a Taurus the bull. You always motherfucking starting shit, and you're gonna be fine. Good luck.
Okay, Leah is on. She's on IG and here. She's on IG as Faithfully Guided 88. She wants to know 10/6/2026. Why did Marquise reach out to her?
Can I answer this one as well?
Sure.
It's probably your bosoms out in this picture. Okay. Marcus reached out because of this photograph. No, go ahead, Dex. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. We had a Mercury retrograde that ended on June 2nd, so a lot of people from our past will be popping back up. The dialogue with regard to Marcus, he just looks like he's bored. He just wants a little bit of fun. If you're down with that, it looks like he seems to be down to shake the sheets. This world card turned upside down. You guys are not turning over a new leaf.
Shake the sheet.
Did you say shake the sheets? We got to get a shake the sheets shirt. See, this is my idea, man. We got to get a shake the sheets shirt.
Hey, I'm putting it in my vocabulary, brother.
Immediately, I can't shake the sheet, baby.
A homie of mine used to say that all the time, and I thought it was so funny. So I copied it.
Shake the sheets is hilarious.
But that's the piece that I'm seeing. This relationship's not turning over a new leaf. And I think that that's probably the heart of the question here. This page of swords showing up here too is saying that you seem to be wanting to play hard to get, but if you weren't really interested, you wouldn't be responding to the messages. So let's keep it real.
Yeah, and she had a second question later that says, will she have a serious relationship? And you kind of answered that. And if you want a further reading, an in-depth reading of Leia, all you got to do is hit him up on IG. And you can book a private reading to get all that extra information. We're doing simple questions here, y'all. All right.
And also, I'll say this briefly, like starting tomorrow, in honor of Juneteenth, all month long, I'm offering $1 a minute reading. So,
oh wow,
that's great.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever started a reading and someone came forward so harsh or so aggressive that that person that you was telling, you had to stop what they asked for and tell them what's immediately happening?
Oh yeah. I've had
a warning.
I've definitely had people ask to speak with somebody, and then somebody else kind of kicks the door in and comes through. And that's normal and usually welcome. I mean, those type of information.
How do we get you on TV, Dex? Because I see the little white boy on Netflix, and you're way better than him.
Oh wow,
white boy on Netflix.
A couple different networks have contacted me, and I don't think that they know kind of where to put me. There's been a number of pitches that didn't seem to fit. So
they pitch you.
They pitch me, and I don't know.
You got to pitch them.
I know,
you got to tell them what it is.
I haven't found an angle yet, so I guess I'm still working on that.
I would love to help you try to figure that out.
Please. Oh wow,
is reading better?
Honestly, I would appreciate that.
Is reading better in the daytime or at night?
Reading is better when you can drop into trance. It doesn't matter time of day, and
all
of us have dropped into trance. Have you ever been watching a TV show and somebody calls your name, you didn't hear them? Right? Why is that? Where was your attention? Where was your focus? Have you ever been driving a way that you typically go that has a fork in the road, like either to work or the gym, and find yourself taking the gym route when you're supposed to be going to work? Have you ever found yourself like,
yes?
So that's when we drop into trance. Trance is daydreaming, long story short, right? And so as long as I can drop into trance, and sometimes I use, some supportive measures. Sometimes it requires some cannabis to take my anxiety out of the way. But as long as I can drop into trance, I can read day or night. And if the message comes to me, I can read, because that means somebody is yelling at me. Like I had so.
All right, who's next?
All right, on IG, you got Rochelle. I'm blessed. 123. Do you see me with anyone soon, male or female, and how long will it last?
Okay, all right.
Rochelle.
Yeah, my number's 917-440.
Whoa. We know your marriage ain't gonna work out. Okay.
So Rochelle, I'm blessed. I wanted to know, do I see a relationship coming? Because I was trying to find the question in here.
She wants to know, do you see her with anyone soon, male or female, and how long will it last?
Yes, but it looks a little bit more like a hookup to me as we get closer to the middle of the month. So there's something quick and short-lived on the way.
I want to know, is she a male or a female?
Oh,
or can you see that?
No, this feels like a male energy, but it also could just be a masculine energy. So these days it can be a little challenging for us psychics in terms of definitive male-female energies, but it feels like a masculine energy. For sure. Right. And there's a bit of disappointment showing up here too. We got to be really careful in the summertime about what we do with our intense emotional material, because summertime is a season of heat, which is intensity. You can easily burn yourself out. It's a season of fire and desire. You just got to make sure that you're staying woke. Is the best way I can say about it. Make sure you're not going. It is a booty call, Jeanette Bush. But the disappointment here is saying that this person actually doesn't want a booty. They want more. So you're responsible for what relationship agreements you make before you lay down.
Wow. Hey, this is Roddy Bray. You're tuning in to Roddy Bray Live. We're talking to Dexter. This man is freaking credible. You can find him on Instagram at Love911Tarot. Who's next?
Nikki White Chocolate. June 22nd. She just applied for a new position at work. Will she get it, and will it be worth the money?
Good question. Give me a moment. I see that they do offer you and give you the position, but for some reason you seem to regret it. The job responsibilities seem to change, after you get this position, but it's creating a movement that happens over the next 2 years where you actually end up leaving. So, long story short, yes, you do get what you want, but there's more to the story, and including the movement that is a part of your natural progression. So you're not going to stay where you're at, and that's a good thing, right? So the growth doesn't stop here.
What cards are you reading from?
This is called Manzel's Tarot. It's available on Etsy. I think his name on Instagram is ArtmanX. He has 2 different decks. I highly like it. It's Afrocentric based tarot, and the imagery really phenomenal.
Or am I tapping into the white people?
Spirit doesn't have a race, so I think it's good because when I teach my tarot class, we talk about what's a good deck for you. A good deck for you is a deck where the images speak to you. Do you know what I mean? So let me try and find the image.
Didn't I tell you, Rodney, how they bought these? How I had to get these? I went to the little crystal room, and she was like, "I just picked up any deck." She said, "No, just pick up any deck. You have to see what deck talks to you, and you can feel and you connect with." And I was like, "Lady, give me the 3rd deck." Like I don't know.
I got time for that.
So that was your first deck. If that was your first deck, listen, the Spirit can use anything that you're willing to use with an open mind, right? I chose this deck because I thought that the imagery was really powerful, right? So I chose this deck because it spoke to me. But I have like 15 decks. So that was your first deck, and your next one you'll probably choose with a different set of eyes, right?
Okay.
Wow.
So and do you teach a tarot reading class?
I do. I taught it last year. It's available on Vimeo now, but yeah, I do teach a tarot reading class and other.
Because if somebody just go buy a deck of cards, what do they do?
Well, yeah, it's tarot. So and it's also in my link on the bio. You can watch a trailer and see like the different techniques that we cover.
Hey, Shani,
wow, I love that.
I have played gin rummy, go fish with these cards. I have done everything but did reading with these cards.
Well, tarot cards are based on playing cards. So my aunt, who just crossed over, who taught me how to do this work, only used playing cards. So
hey, man, I'm trying to have answers here. I'm trying to have
moving energy either way.
Oh, Jacqueline has a question. Jacqueline.
You're at Jacqueline. I don't see Jacqueline yet. Let's see. On IG, when you guys ask your questions, be a little bit kind of detailed. William 11 Jackson 14. I see your question. Her question is my, I think she said future husband, but 722. I don't know if you can.
Is this on Instagram?
It's on IG. Yeah.
Yeah. And what was the question again? I'm sorry.
Her question is my future with my husband? It says is my feature with my husband, but I'm thinking she's trying to say future.
Okay, so we'll answer the future with the husband. Give me a second.
Let's see, and then let's see.
Oh, there seems to be some kind of a move, and one of the interesting things about it is I don't know if you both are headed. I don't know if you both are moving together. You guys seem to be moving in different directions. Give me a moment. This also seems to be like very new, like in less than a year that I'm seeing this showing up over the last year. Give me a moment. One more time. When was the birthday here?
Her birthday is 7/22, July 22nd.
There's some kind of argument or blow up coming up in July. And the good thing is that it's going to allow some unexpressed dialogues to show up. The challenging piece is that your marriage is not going to go back to what it was afterward, because this is material that's been building up for a long time. So you are in the process of a bit of a transformation in terms of the marriage. Now, it doesn't mean that you abandon it, but it does mean you're going to have some honesty showing up.
All right. Elena James, 831. Hey, Dex, what's the deal with me and Desron?
Yeah, give me a moment. Oh, does he lay around? Why is he seems to lay around a lot? Why is he laying around all the time? Is he unemployed? Why is he always laying around? He seems to be I'm seeing him like just in bed, like by himself, but like in bed. And so I don't know why that's the case. This hangman card,
he's depressed.
There's something there, because you seem to be waiting on him to change in some way and turn into something that you can work with. This is the number 4 here. This
wow.
4 is don't know if he's a homebody or if he's unemployed. I'm not sure what that dialogue is. But this number 2 is this dialogue for you of, can I do better? And this August 31st, right now, all Leos, at least until next March, are being faced with answering some real honest and hard to digest questions about their relationships ever since 2020. And you are no exception here. There's a dialogue here that feels a little bit like settling. And you seem to be looking at Desmond like he's taking up space. I don't know you, so I feel very comfortable.
Okay, September 15th, 1970. I feel like I'm about to get a bunch of money. Am I right?
Yeah, there does seem to be a sum of money that seems to be coming your way. Actually, interestingly enough, around September. So I do see that showing up. It's in a multiple of 10s. So that 10, 20, 34.
Here's a question. Does tarot card tune into numerology? Because I keep hearing you say September, and I do know 9 is the month of like change, right? Like ending of a cycle.
Yeah, so there are numbers on the tarot cards. The tarot cards numbers, which typically the primary numbers go from like 1 to 10. If we're talking astrologically, it can relate to different things. So short answer is yes. There's so many different levels and layers to the symbolism in tarot. But just for beginners, my recommendation is always to make sure that you are using the cards to tell a story. So what are the people doing in the card? What does the card feel like? Does it feel happy? Does it feel sad? Is it a heavy energy? Is it a lightweight energy? Does it feel, you know what I mean? Does it feel like it's nighttime? Does it feel like it's daytime? Start telling a story with the images first, and then the other stuff can come later.
I hear you keep drawing to the number 9 though, like September. You keep saying September. What happens in September?
So there's a couple different movements happening in September.
Transition to the fall, first of all, right?
It is one of the transitions to the fall. It's also Virgo season, but also too we have a movement,
which is the best season of all.
You know, all my closest friends have been Virgo, so I have to agree. But just September for these people seems to be
okay.
It's
not anything specific.
So it's not specific to September. It's just the people that's coming on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got one more on IG. Well, you got a lot, but on IG Gorgeous, once January 19th, is a loved one that passed away trying to get my attention through birds.
Okay, so since I can't find the question, I'm gonna just listen to what you said. First of all, what's the word I want to say? Birds are also can be used by our loved ones as animal spirit guides to send us messages. If you're saying, is it from a loved one, I can't differentiate which in this form because you're not going to be able to answer quick enough to give us validation. But I will say that if you're noticing, what kind of bird is it? If you told us what kind of bird, I could have given you a little bit more of an in-depth read.
Oh, and speaking of the animal spirits you talked to me about on the show, and I told you I didn't like snakes, and you explained to me what snakes represent change, and then I told you, okay, the ladybug keeps coming around me, and it's poisonous. Listen, I had like so change. We having to make some changes. I had to sit down and do an evaluation, and the ladybug with the
ladybugs are good.
Right, that's what I'm saying. A poisonous ladybug, Shani? What's going
on?
Ladybugs
are poisonous.
Yeah, they're poisonous, and
I mean, you don't want to eat it, but they're good to see, right?
They're good to see, but they also kill pests. If you bring them in and put them on any plant that has spider mites, they'll eat everything that doesn't belong. They're actually really beneficial.
Oh my God.
They're predators.
Yeah,
they're just dressed.
And I found that poison. I found what that poison was.
But they're poisonous. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You found your poison?
Then my mouth. I had to get my mouth in check because I realized that I was saying some things. So, that over time I say these things that may be true, but it's the way to present it without being so raw, like I am. So
your
yeah,
energy right now is very business minded, and what's interesting about it is you're learning the appropriate way to be firm and also soft, so that people, you don't want people to get you messed up and come at you sideways. And so it looks like also too, your attitude is changing, and you're going to lose some friends. That happens because we can't take everybody with us when we are becoming more serious minded about our direction. Those individuals, I don't think disappear for good, but right now, especially as we move through July, you are doing some housekeeping. So,
Dex, let me ask you this. I'm gonna take a break. December 11th, Monique Hicks, my friend, she just went to a new season. We're seeing her being very public. Is she gonna be okay?
Who are we talking about?
Monique. December 11th. Don't answer. Hold it. They're right there. Okay. We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back.
Want your book or music to be published? Skip the confusion and rejections from others. Let BePublished.org publish and promote your work for less. BePublished.org handles it all, from cover design to worldwide distribution, with high quality and fast turnaround. You even keep rights and royalties.
Everything was perfect. You made my dream come true. My book and CD look so good.
Call 972-880-8316 now. BePublished.org. 972-880-8316.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Sean, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Sean. Yeah.
What up, party people? This is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. We're right here, powered by Media Room 360. Love 911 Tarot is in the building. Mr. Dexter Kendrick, Dr. Dexter, is not a game. Great show. Wow, so many levels. I said, well, let's do some celebrity tarot. Monique has been in the news as of late. She went in on DL. She went in on Steve. She's under fire a bit. Is she going to be okay?
This is an interesting question, and I say that because I know that she's close personal friends with a lot of people, and I don't know her, and I've also been watching as well. One of the things that my guide is saying, if I step myself out of all of the conversation about me and my personal ego, one of the things I do see, she does seem to get some kind of a contractual arrangement. She does seem to work this year. A lot of her opportunities dry up next year. She is also behaving in a way that I recognize personally as what happens when we kind of are burnt out and like still trying to push, if you will. So I do think that she actually needs a bit of a rejuvenative time here. Also, too, she has the wrong people whispering in her ear from what I'm seeing here. I mean, I have this King of Wands here, this Seven of Swords. She seems to be burning a lot of bridges and cutting a lot of people off who actually like her. And that is the biggest challenge that I think that she's going to next year. You'll see next year there's a drought for her.
Wow.
But this year still has some steam and some momentum. But interestingly enough, like once you plant certain seeds, they have to sprout. They're going to grow, right?
No matter what
you sow. So, but it's a wave, and all of us can bounce back from that wave. This year and next year are both water years, so there's some volatility here. I think one of the challenges is too, as a great comedian, I think you have to know when to turn it on, when to turn it off, and you also have to be able to read the room. She stopped reading the room a while ago. As a fire sign and a Sagittarius, that could be a challenge, especially with regard to being a straight shooter. So you have to know your audience. You also have to read the room. The climate has shifted for comedy. I have so much respect for comedians because especially the way we are behaving this way with our sensitivities and all the different socio-political changes, you guys have so much tap dancing to do to get a good joke across. I miss the era when Martin Lawrence would come on and just black, and it was just, it was raw, it was raunchy, and some more, and other people that, I grew up watching, and it's not the same. So,
I personally don't feel like that I have to really adhere to those guidelines because I don't have enough eyeballs looking at me at any given time. So, but it's something that I'm concerned about as you move forward, that the more eyeballs you get, the more you become a slave to the masses. I deliberately held this question. So my mama went on as well. And we had the conversation earlier about the urn. I know my mother is not here. Right? I know that. And you said something earlier in terms of she's not dead, she's just not here anymore. I had that revelation. So my family was around as we congregated on her last day or so. She came out of the hospital into hospice. And again, I do believe she waited for me personally as her eldest and her friend. She waited for me to let her go. And I did. But I walked in the room and her body was there and I was like, yo, I fucking got it. She was she wasn't dead. She just didn't live in that body no more. And I was like, yo. Now, I still feel sad. I still miss her, but I know that's all my shit. Like, she's in a great place. So I say all that to say this. I know she has visited me. We talked on the phone. Like, I could hear her voice, but I was not talking. She was communicating with me in my mind. I could hear her vividly. Her voice was softer. She was younger. So I know she's okay, but does she know I'm okay? And my siblings?
Yeah, well, so I'm going to reframe kind of how I answer the question because of how it was given to me. One of the first things was that when you walked into that room, and I'm seeing, did you touch her? She's showing me you holding her hand in some way. Did you touch her at some point?
Probably.
Was somebody holding her hand? She's showing you her hand being held. But her consciousness, like you said, was no longer attached to that body. So she actually was, if you were in a different part of the room, then she seemed to be kind of near you. The question that you're asking is she around you? Is that what you're asking me?
Well, I know, I don't know what I'm asking. I know she's around me.
I think he wanted to know does she know that they're okay? He and the siblings are okay because he knows she's okay. But does mom know that him and his other siblings are okay?
Got you. What's your mom's name?
Venice.
Got you. Give me a moment.
Like Italy. Venice is in Italy.
That's a great city, great name. Give me a moment. Great energy. Did she spend a lot of time in the kitchen? I'm finding her in the kitchen. That's the first place where I seem to be finding her. Did she?
Yeah. She cooked until she got older. Then she stopped cooking.
But so once again, our loved ones, we can find our loved ones where we've always found them. If the kitchen is a place that they love, that's usually the first place they meet their loved ones when they cross over. So she's showing me the kitchen, and she also seemed to be very much
like I smell certain foods, or if I go to like a soul food restaurant, and they got certain dishes. I'm like, that's my mama.
Mm-hmm. She seemed to enjoy like tending and taking care of people, making sure everybody was taken care of.
True.
And also kind of what's the word I want to say? Offering encouragement. And she's saying that she's still doing that from the other side for you and your siblings, offering encouragement, and also telling you guys right from wrong. She's saying right from wrong. So.
Hey, before you get out of here, when I pass and cross over, should I wear sneakers because I owe people money?
Your money's no good on the other side. I promise you. You're fine.
Yeah. Hey Dex, how do people stay in touch, bro?
Yeah, sure. Please follow me at Love 911 Tarot on Instagram and on Facebook. There's a link in my bio if you're interested in having a private reading if we didn't get to you today. And tomorrow night, on Tuesday nights, every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, I also do live readings and my psychic lottery. So stop through if you can. Say hi.
And for the month of June, you're offering $1
$1 a minute readings for the month of June starting today. As soon as I hop off, I'm going to set the coupon up, and the link is in the bio as well.
Are you going to do subscriptions, or do you have subscriptions?
I don't have subscriptions. A number of people have asked me about that. I have to kind of reconcile how people would schedule their own VIP stop through my site. So I'm still working on whether or not I'll do that. Great question.
Wow.
And this person, Jeff Brown, is saying ladybugs are poisonous to pets, not humans. Actually, they're poisonous for predators. So if your pet tries to eat them, yes, your pets will be included, Jeff. So thank you for that.
Man, you just destroyed ladybugs for me, man. First ducks, first Snoop Dogg destroyed ducks. Now you telling me ladybugs?
No, ladybugs are good. They're good though.
Oh, we got to get out of here. Dex, last question. How successful will this show be?
Give me a second. So what do you define as success? I think that might be a great way to.
I don't know. Maybe can I keep it up? Like, can I keep going?
Yes, at least through the end of the year. From what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing a show in December. So at least through the end of this year.
Okay.
Yes. There's something large coming for you next year. So
will we get a good sponsor this year, like in the next 2 months?
I say yes. I know it's coming.
That's a conditional question. I don't know if I can answer it has to be in the next 2 months because the universe is wiser. But give me a moment. Closer to October, this fall seems to be once again, Shani, with you being executive producer of this platform. You're weakened in this season. You don't get a bounce back until August. So you can make plans and you certainly can put feelers out, but you're not going to notice the feedback from the work you do right now until a little bit later. So pace yourself accordingly. And that's good news.
Thank you.
All right, y'all.
I'm sorry for cutting you guys off. Thank you guys. It's been an amazing show. Shani Scott on air, producing the hell out of this show. Love 911 Tarot, Mr. Dexter Kendrick. Doctor, here, poke your ass with a stick. My man, JP Justice, thank you, brother. Michelle C, let me tell you something. Michael B. Jordan gonna be in that little fluffy bed you in no time. Hey, my name is Rodney Perry. This is Rodney Perry Live. We gotta go.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.